Check, check, 1, 2. It's Monday Night Hockey here at the Patriot Ice Center in Newark, Delaware, where your Kennett Blue Demons are about to take on Bux Mont Knights. A pleasant good evening and welcome to our coverage of Kennett Hockey with Smith and Shortledge. I'm Ed Henry.
Hi, Ed. This should be a good one here. Bux Mont, I see they took Sun Valley, who's undefeated, to overtime, but then they lost to Oxford 10-0. So I don't know what we're going to get night to night here. I guess it just depends who shows up on their team.
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing because you could look at the different teams they've played and you might think it's going to be a challenging game, and then you look at the next one and you're like, wait, that's not right. So I know one of the things that will definitely work to Kennett's advantage tonight is number 7, Luke Perfidio, who is definitely one of their better players. He currently has 13 points on the season, 8 goals, and averages 2.6 points per game. He's a scratch for tonight, so that definitely works to Kennett's favor.
Yeah, he must have the Delaware flu. He didn't feel like driving an hour and a half to 2 hours on a Monday night to come down here from Hatfield and play Kennett.
So as you can see, pregame warm-ups have completed. Kennett's giving their last-minute pep talk around their netminder. Of course, that's, as always, the 31 Aiden Mott in net. In net tonight for Bux Mont is number 2, Carson Schroding. He's currently sitting at 3. Actually, this has him as 0-3.
Yeah. With a 7.33 goals against. That's probably good for Kennett, but maybe he just played the Oxford game and one other one. So I think that Oxford game, they only had 7 skaters or 6. So it was like, you can't win when you have 7 guys on the ice.
Their roster looked a little light when I first glanced at it, but in talking to their coach, there's a few players that aren't listed on there, and that's not uncommon with the league. I know many teams, when we talk to them before the actual game takes place, they'll look at a player and go, wait, we don't even know who that is. So
looks like we have a little different defense pairings here. We've got Cucinotta and Henry together. Usually it's been Cucinotta and Schillinger. So it looks like we mixed up those pairs a little bit here.
Cucinotta brings in, takes a shot there from the far side, goes off the outside of the net, and they work behind. Fisher in the corner tries to get that through the middle, goes off a few bodies, and Bux Mont was able to almost get out of the zone, but kept in. Lucas Mott dropped over for Cucinotta, but it rolled off of his stick and goes out to center ice. Eddie Henry has it there. They skate in and flip one in. Goaltender will glove that and hang on.
Looks like Coach Cucinotta started the freshman line. Ganley, Mott, and Fisher. Now we've got DeWitt, Kelly, and Shortledge out.
Schillinger tried to get a shot through traffic, but that got caught up in front. Back out to the line. Schillinger kept that in. It's whacked at there. Kept in by Shortledge. Goes across the front of the net into the near corner. Rolled behind. Battle for it behind the net. Bux Mont finally get it up and out of the zone. It's number 14, Riley Gilligan. Gets it deep into the Kennett end. Still with it, goes up to the point. Jumps over the stick of number 22, Logan Krimlish. And they're forced to reset. Puck forced out to the neutral zone. Krimlish will put one in on net from the red line. Mott easily gloves that, and he'll drop it back into play. Schillinger up the boards. He's looking for Neiman. He wasn't able to control that. He tried to kick it up ahead and goes down. It's up to Vitale.
Nice check by the referee on Dom there.
Cucinotta picks that up at center ice. Tried to get that past the defense, but couldn't do that. And finally wind it back in. Along the boards, it bounces all the way down. Cucinotta will pick it up at center ice. He'll skate around a few, gets a shot off, but that was hit by a body in front. Try to glove it past, get it past Cucinotta. He gloved it, but couldn't settle it down in front of him. Heinzelman takes a whack at it from center ice. Gilligan will wrap it around. He'll get past everybody all the way down into the Kennett end.
Icing coming up.
And icing is whistled. There we go. Couldn't get the time going. We'll see if we can get this.
Looks like Kennett has 3 lines and 5D tonight. Is that what you're counting too, or am I?
I think this might be the first challenge for Coach Joe because he's got everybody here tonight.
Actually, I think we have, yeah, I think we do have more than that.
Puck deep in the Kennett end. It's not in the corner. He'll reverse it around. Nate Kelly will pick it up from behind the net. Tries to go up the boards, rolls off of his stick. Battle for it in the corner. Nate will try the other direction. Took a weird bounce off the boards. Through center ice all the way down. No icing. I'll set it up behind for Cucinotta. Got a little pressure back there. Finally able to skate up and try to go across the blue line. Goes off one of the Bux Mont skates. They're able to gather it up in their end. Jackson Bear tried to roll it around. Lucas Mott looked to put one in on net, but Bear got a stick on that. Mott across to Kelly. Will bank it up. Head was looking for Ganley. Fisher's able to jump on it, and he heads in with some speed. Angled shot. Goaltender was able to make the save and push that off into the far corner, behind the net. Mott skates around. Goes up to Hayes. Hayes will take that shot. That was a riser and goes wide.
Riser means it was 7 feet in the air.
Slightly,
And the goal was only 4 feet high, so there was no chance on that one.
Up far side boards.
Nope.
Bear attempted to keep that in, but all the way out. Showers racing after him. William was able to move that out to the neutral zone. Schillinger all the way across, good to the middle. Fisher. Ganley takes the shot. That one was well wide. Ooh. Bodies come together at the blue line, and it looks like Kennett's going to send one to the box. Wait for the referee to come over here. Tripping is the call. And Matthew Hayes will have a seat for 2 minutes.
I think that was a 1-on-2, Ed. One Bux Mont against Cucinotta and Hayes. I think Hayes could have probably played the puck there and been confident that Cucinotta would have backed him up. Didn't really have to take the body and ended up with a penalty.
Puck dropped out there in the corner. For those of you at home, I can tell from the extra feed that looks like it's a little choppy. As soon as we get a break in play, we'll try and fix that for you. Battle behind the net there. Good work from Colin Kelly. Henry got him at the blue line, forced him off sides, and we'll get a whistle. Neutral zone draw. Mont's able to get that one in. Number 90, Patrick Murray, forced the other direction. DeWitt tried to catch up to that, was just about there, but it was just poked away from him the last second. Shot there. Save goes up and out of play. Halfway through the Hayes minor.
Are you playing the music at intermission or at breaks, Ed, or is that the?
That is not me.
Okay.
Not this time. I only do that at our home games for Chester County.
They're playing Duran Duran, "Hungry Like the Wolf." I think I just heard. I think that's a 40-year-old song.
The kids know exactly what it is, right? All right, hopefully that'll fix our connection and give everybody a little bit of a smoother look of the game. In the Kennett corner. Near side. Bux Mont gathers it up there. It's number 17, Kyle Martin. Finally sent up. Goes the length of the ice. As we tick down the last few seconds of the tripping minor on Hayes. We're back to even strength. Bux Mont tried to feather that to the middle. Bounces off a few sticks there. Hayes will reverse it up the other direction. Talley jumps on that. Across the line. Tries to center that through. Bounced off a few. Almost got a lucky one on that opportunity. Roll down in the corner. Puck rolls in on net. Looks like a hand pass is called. So they'll face that off.
Juggling 10 forwards is difficult, but when you get penalties and you have to juggle that as a coach, I hate that. It's just horrible.
He knocks that down with his skate. The other direction.
Should be an icing.
Puck rolls on edge. Icing is waved off. Thank you. Rink wide. Goes all the way down. Krimlish will pick that up. Showers put some pressure to keep that in the zone. Gilligan picks it up and together with Hayes. Puck rolled past. A reach at Tamman, so that goes the length of the ice, and that's an icing.
I think Kennett needs to keep their eye out on Gilligan, number 14. He's got some speed and looks to be dangerous.
Yeah, he's another one who's he's picked up 2 goals so far this season. Just over 8 minutes remaining here in this no-score first period. Kuchnada goes in, and Krimlish takes the body on him, but delayed penalty against Bux Mont. Henley sends it up to Ganley. Couldn't handle that cleanly, so Bux Mont gets a stick on it. Kennett will get their first man advantage. That's 22, Logan Krimlish. You could call it roughing.
Yeah, that was rough. Bux Mont has thrown a lot of body checks so far. I'm a little surprised how physical they've been. Not necessarily dirty, but just you don't see a lot of hitting in today's game. They're definitely rubbing people out.
Face off one back by Kennett. Kuchnada takes the shot, tried to go to the side. Big save there by Schroding. Back to Kuchnada. Tried to go through the middle, was looking for Ganley. He missed the one-timer. Schillinger. Back over to Kuchnada. He took the shot that hit a body there. Chip back down low. Fisher hit hard against the wall, and that will be another penalty. So a lot of chirping going on under the bench, I think, because of that physical play. That was a big hit. Hopefully Fisher's all right.
It should be a 2 and 10, I think, if that's a boarding.
So we'll wait and see what the call from the referee here is. See, Gilligan waves the referee, not agreeing with what he's saying. I think the ref is saying one more, so that would definitely lead me to believe that that is a 2 and 10.
Yeah, I think. I mean, they're just not trying to play the puck. I mean, like the hits aren't bad, but they're not even attempting to take the puck off Kennett's sticks. They're just going right for the body, and that's not what USA Hockey does right now.
So waiting to see. Oh, there we go. So 5-on-3 for Kennett for the minute 19 seconds. Puck rolled there, up to the point. Schillinger takes that shot. Goaltender's able to stick that to the corner. DeWitt ridden off of that. Bux Mont's able to send it the length of the ice. Minute remaining on the first penalty. Rolled up to Cucinotta. He'll take it across center ice. Rolls down and gets set up. Goes all the way across. Got that to DeWitt. Opportunity there. Rolls around in front. Forced behind the net. Back up to Schillinger. Throw it down in the corner looking for Colin Kelly. Shortridge. Schillinger takes a shot. That one goes well over the net. DeWitt gathers up in the corner. Forced all the way up. Cucinotta takes that shot from the blue line. Schroding was able to glove that and hold it. 12 seconds remaining on the first penalty. 52 on the second one. So Kennett's got a few more seconds, an opportunity with a two-man advantage. Puck drifts out in front. Goaltender's able to cover that up as it was chipped in towards him. Puck up to the point. Hayes. Pulls it down low.
Got to move that puck over to the weak side, Ed.
First penalty's expired, so 38 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Puck drifts up to Hayes. A flip one that was well over the net.
I think Kennett's rushing their shots, Ed. When you're on a power play, what you're trying to do is get the puck on one side of the ice and then get over to the other side to get the other team moving side to side. We're keeping it on the one side and just taking shots from the point that really have no chance of going in. I don't think that's the best strategy right now.
Fisher gets it over to Mont. Final few seconds of the power play here. Well, was swarmed upon. Fisher being back on the ice is a good sign. Fisher behind the net. Penalties expired. Back to five-a-side hockey. Goes up to the blue line. Hayes takes a whack at that. Mont brings it back out. Waits for his team to touch up. Goes in. Look to drop that. Ganley picks it up, and he takes a big shot there. Goaltender got a piece of that. Kelly tried to take the shot from the point, but that hits a body and goes back out to the neutral zone. Hayes up to Fisher. Chipped in. Kennett will go off on a change. All the way around behind Krimlish. Turnaround shot sat in front. Put up to the line, but kept in. Rolled in the corner. Henry will wrap it around near side. Forced out to the Bux Mont line. They chop at it at center ice. Heinzelman jumps on it there. He's got a little bit of open space. Takes the shot, hits the body in front. Puck was sitting there for a moment. Henry takes the shot. Goaltender's able to waffle that into the corner. Kept in. Henry takes another shot. That one's wide and bounces to the near side. They were in some of the first flurry of a few shots actually on net there for Kennett. Henry takes the shot, Goaltender's able to make that save and hang on. About 3.5 minutes remaining here in the first period. Still no score.
I'd like to see Kennett. They're getting a lot of shots, but they're getting a lot of shots from the blue line, and the goalie is seeing them all the way. We don't have a lot of traffic. Makes it easy for a goalie to stop that 60-foot shot. And you get a little more traffic or a little bit side-to-side passes to get them moving.
Battle there up to the blue line. Kuchinada's able to keep that in. English tries to bring that up. He gets past everybody and rolls out to the middle. Around the other side. Hagee was able to move that down to the Bux Mont blue line. Grimlish has it there. Bux Mont captain into the Kennett end. Puck put out in front. Mont makes the save, and they're able to clear it out of the zone. Jackson Bear sends it all the way down, gets by everybody, and that'll be icing.
Notice the Bux Mont coach is in full suit and tie. Kennett has hoodies, jackets. We'll see if that changes the performance based on how well you dress. I don't know. We'll see.
I wouldn't expect that, but hey, you never know. Kelly chips it up to Schillinger. He'll take the shot there. Goaltender made the initial save. It sits in front. Second opportunity, he's able to hang on to it.
Was DeWitt grabbing his face because he couldn't believe he missed, or did he get hit in the face with a stick? He seemed to have a. Did you see that or no?
I did not.
Could have been either.
Wins that face off, but Bux Mont's able to get a stick on the loose puck and move it out to the middle. Schillinger. Matthew Hayes, he tried to go over for Shortledge. That was over his stick into the far corner. Chipped back out into the middle. When Kelly's able to roll it through, it's in a lot of traffic, finally up. Shot there goes wide after hitting a few bodies. Hayes tried to take the shot, but fanned on that.
2-on-1, Ed. Not good.
Fed all the way through, opportunity, but it gets by.
Good stick by Schillinger.
It's like Kennett's going to be short once again. I think this one's yours coming to the box.
Well, yeah, that's my kid, and I can vouch that I've never seen him rough anything. So I don't.
You and I are very much alike in that.
Maybe you get a penalty for not being aggressive enough, but.
Well, if that were the case, Eddie'd be in the box all game long. Up to the blue line. Shot in. Mott makes the initial save. Couldn't hang on to it, but Bux Mont in control. Put it behind. Kuchinada's able to get to that. He chips it up. Good work there to move it out to the middle. Kuchinada looking to do something, but standing still, he had a lot of Bux Mont players bearing down on him.
This is a big point in the game, Ed. Kennett's had the puck in Bux Mont's zone almost the whole period, and the game could really flip if they were to give up a goal here. I don't want to jinx them, but.
Puck rolls out to the middle as we are under a minute to play here in the first period.
This penalty kill is important.
You never want to give up a goal late in any period at all.
Especially not one that you've dominated. Oh, nice out by Kuchinada. 2-on-1.
2-on-1 the other direction. 30 seconds. Try to get it over to Ganley. Good defense opportunity. Second chance there. Ganley and Mott Puck rolls there. Ganley gets it up to Mott again. He takes a shot at it. It bounces through the blue paint. Bux Mont tries to send it up.
Good stick by Schillinger again.
Puck shoveled the other direction as the final few seconds of this first period tick away. And there's the buzzer. So after the first 17 minutes, this game is scoreless. Bux Mont will start with 22 seconds of power play time in that second period.
I've been impressed with Tommy Schillinger this year. He's played forward his whole career. I think last year maybe for club he played defense, and then this year he's defense. But he's been solid back there, and maybe there's something to being a forward. He knows what the forwards are trying to do, and he gets a stick in the right spot every time.
We'll take a break for just a second and be back with second period action in just a moment.
So last week, Ed, we talked about car washing and money laundering. I want to know, so what about the personal gym business? I wouldn't guess you'd be a lot of laundering there because there's probably not a lot of cash exchanged, right? Like
actually,
membership or?
No cash, and I like it that way. The gym was just one of those happened to come about things where the gym was a place that it was where I would take my lunch from the car wash on a regular basis. And when the woman who owned the gym told me one day that she's done, she's closing it up, I didn't want my gym to go away. And as it turns out, my business partners own the shopping center, so they didn't want to lose a tenant.
Okay.
So it kind of worked out.
I just want to be clear for all the feds that are listening to this broadcast. I'm not saying that you're laundering money or even intending to, but if someone were wanting to, I guess I just want to understand better how that would work.
I think Marty Bird would be the one you'd want to talk to if that was the case. Last few seconds tick away. Shortledge jumps out of the box, and we'll be back to full-strength hockey. I don't know if that would still be onside. Mott feeds it over to Fisher, gets it in, and scores!
Wow. That's good. That's good hockey sense by Mott. A lot of players there would put their head down and try to bury it, but he knew that Fisher had a wide open net if he could get it over to him, and he pushed it over, and easy goal for Fisher.
I wasn't sure if they would have replayed that because big opportunity there from Ganley. Schroding was able to swallow that up. But I thought when they had that on the far side, it looked like it hit the door that was open and stayed on sides that way.
I think it hit Shortledge's foot. He was jumping into the bench, and his leg was still out. I think it hit his foot, stayed on the ice. I think the Bux Mont coach saw that and didn't like it, but it's not too many men. He was in the bot. He was in the thing. I guess they could have called it dead for being out of play, but oh well.
Puck chipped in the middle. Ganley races over, gets an opportunity. Just barely goes wide. Second chance hits the outside of the net. And he was able to keep that in. Ganley got a taste of that. He wants more. Mott lays that up for Henry. He'll backhand all the way up. Bux Mont players there. They're able to keep it in the zone. Back over to Henry. He'll try the other direction. Kept in there. Odd man rush for Kennett. 3-on-1 if they move. Fed all the way across. Good opportunity there. Ganley somehow made that, brought it forward, but just ran out of real estate. Fisher pinned up against the boards there as he tries to move the puck. Rolls back behind. Fisher in front.
Uh-oh.
He's looking for Ganley. Mott comes out to play that out of harm's way. Kuchnada jumps on it. Heads up ice. Has DeWitt. DeWitt backhands for Colin Kelly. Puck eludes him. Tries to go the angle shot. Schillinger back down low. Back up to Schillinger. He was able to get to that, so heads out to the middle. Over to Hayes. Hayes puts it in from the red line. Puck rolls out in front. Schroding's able to cover that up and get the whistle.
I don't know if the viewers could see at home, but that first shift that the, I call it the freshman line had, they had 2 good scoring chances. It was only 40 seconds in. The coach opened the door to change the line, and Coach Joe said, "Are you crazy? Leave those guys out there. They're out of control. Let them keep going." And they generated a couple more scoring chances.
Schillinger keeps that in, rolls it to the middle, bounces off a few, but Bux Mont's able to gather it up, and they'll move it out to the middle. Good active stick there. Comes to Shortledge. Puts on the brakes in the corner. Fed right to the middle, but active sticks of Bux Mont. Move it up the line. Schillinger knocks another one down and keeps it in. Kelly behind the net. He's got 2 players. He takes a shot from behind. Bux Mont's going to be short once again. Mott races over on the delayed penalty. Over to Hayes. Hayes loses that. So as Bux Mont touches up, they'll be short once again. It's number 66, Shane Feidler.
He's the hand right in that's not on the real roster. He just showed up and they gave him a jersey and he's playing.
What was the call on that? Roughing?
Roughing. It's pretty much every penalty that Bux Mont's had tonight.
Bux Mont able to move that out to the middle. Goes in behind. Mott comes out to play that. Rolls up to Vitale. Goes all the way across looking for Kuchnada, but he was ahead of that. Stays with it in the corner. Takes the angle shot. That goes up and out of play. So we got another team rolling in. What team is this?
This
A lot of familiar faces.
Yeah, it's the combined DMA Tatnall team from Delaware.
Offensive zone draw for Kennett. They win that back. Kuchnada puts it back down low. Tried to feed out to the middle. Active stick bounces up and around. Goes over Kuch's stick. He heads out to center ice. Along the boards there. Forced in as we are about halfway through this man advantage for Kennett. That one gets by everybody. Schillinger's got to race back to play it. Kuchnada across his blue line in center ice. He's got Fisher and Mott with him. Drops it to Fisher. Back to Kuchnada, goes in front. Opportunity for Mott.
Good puck movement, Ed.
Up to Lucas. Go back to Schillinger. He'll feather it up for Kuchnada. Bux Mont's able to force it back out to the neutral zone. Mott drops it back to Fisher. He'll feed it up to Kuchnada. He was kind of caught with that one in his skates. Good step around there. Ganley drags it through. Last few seconds. Opportunity there from Mott. Sent all the way down. As the penalty had expired, that'll be an icing. Gilligan celebrates as he served his 2 and 10.
He's out of purgatory. It's a long time for 12 minutes is a long time in when periods are 17, you're basically out of period if you get a 2 and a 10. I know it's really not 5 minutes less, but it feels like it.
Kennett wins that. Hayes. It's the boards behind. They're able to force it up. Goes into the Kennett bench and out of play. So that'll definitely add to Gilligan's total. He's the penalty minute leader on his team with 23 minutes coming into this one. So he'll add 12 more to that total.
He's got to be careful. I think once you hit 50, I think you have a game suspension. And he already has 35. And what have we played? 6 games into the season? Right.
Yeah, I think that once you get close to 40 is when you get that wonderful email from the league saying, hey, guess what? Nate Kelly played a little rough on that one, and I think he'll sit as a result.
That's a tough one, Ed. I think Nate was protecting himself there. The player he ran into couldn't skate very well, and he was having trouble stopping, and I think Nate just
helped him to the ice.
Well, I just didn't think Nate wanted to get run over, so he kind of put his hands up, and that's a tough call there. I think you have to know that when there's players on the other team that can't really skate, that just because they fall down, it's not a penalty.
Bux Mont on the power play. That one's cleared all the way down in on net. Back up. Borden chips it in. He actually had numbers. Fortunately, that puck kind of rolled away, and Cucinato was able to send that all the way down. Jackson Bear sent that up. Goes off a stick. Colin Kelly will pick it up, and he'll send it back the other direction. Shot again on the loose puck, but he'll put that in the penalty box and out of play. Just over 10 minutes here to go in the second period. Kennett with the 1-goal lead. Face off in the neutral zone. Batted around there. They say that's offsides.
Is this young MC?
Yes, it is. Neiman picked that up after the face-off, puts it deep in the Bux Mont end. Halfway through, the roughing penalty on Nate Kelly.
Good effort by Neiman here. That's exactly what you want on your penalty killer. Just be a pest out there. Skate after them hard and make them make decisions, and that's what he did, and he wasted about 10 or 15 seconds, so good for Braden.
Martin into speed, tries to get through, rolls through. Mott's able to follow that, and it rolls out to the neutral zone. Bux Mont tries to send that all the way over, got it to Grimlish. He couldn't handle that, finally directed in. .22 seconds remaining on the Kelly minor. You gonna sing the song? No.
I thought about it, but I have something in store for you a little bit later at the next intermission, so I'm going to save my voice for that.
Can't wait. Kept it at the blue line by Bux Mont. Hayes works on his man there. Puts it back down low. Schillinger over to get it. We'll move it up. Grimlish gets a shot in. Mott gloves that and hangs on. Power play has expired, so 5 on each side out there once again.
If you could have any player on Kennett mic'd up, who would it be?
Ooh, I don't know. I have to think about that because I guess it depends on what I want to hear. Some of them would be much more entertaining than others. I don't know if it would be a lot of hockey talk, but chipped all the way up. Was looking for Neiman. That's ahead of him. And high stick is that played with a high stick, I guess?
Neiman must have clipped it when it was dumped over his head. I didn't think he touched it, but he must have. Well, I don't really know all the personalities on the team, but I can tell that Matthew Hayes is always talking.
Yes.
So I kind of want to know what he's saying.
It would be good. It would definitely be adult rated. Puck in the near corner. Gets it over to Cucinotta. He'll skate around a few and head back looking for some open space. Up to Lucas. Gets it all the way across. Ganley. Ganley puts it in from the red line. Lucas chops at it. Sends it right to the middle. Try to look for Ganley, but couldn't hang on to that. Bux Mont the other direction. Up to the point. Gets a shot. Hits Lucas in the back. Shoveled into the middle. Good positioning there by Nate Kelly.
I know Luke's dad, Ken Ganley, he's promised a free visit to the hot tub for anybody who assists on Luke's goal.
Puck goes off the outside of the net and popped out in front.
He even has a purple bathing suit you can wear.
Puck in and tripping is called. So Kennett will go back to the power play.
Well, there's number 36 and 37 for Gilligan. Penalty minutes.
So the other part, too, is that one more penalty for Mr. Gilligan will have him gone for the rest of the game because that's four penalties in a game as a suspension comes with that one.
It's a game misconduct for the rest of this game and then automatically sit the next. So
Cucinotta came in to get that, got by him, but Schillinger was able to help out. Battle for along the boards. Only gets past, they're chipping at it there. Schillinger up to Cucinotta. Goes past him, but he skates up to it. In the zone. Takes the shot. Schroding was able to get that through traffic and hang on.
I'm pretty sure if this were an adult league or any other league that had this, that the other players would be doing everything they could to agitate Gilligan to try to get him to take another penalty, but I'm not sure if that would happen here in high school.
Cucinotta over to Schillinger. Back to Cucinotta, who roll it down low. Colin banks it back up for Nate. Comes to the middle, takes the shot through traffic. Schroding was able to grab that out of the air and hang on. Halfway through the current Gilligan minor.
Is this Kansas? Who's this?
I believe so. Oh, see, they cut it off just before the drum beat. Face-off sits and skates there. Shortledge able to get it up and send it up to the point.
Got to go behind the net. We need to have a forward rotate down there and cycle. Come out the other side.
It's a classic sports theme.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Tate made the wrong play there, so he got pulled. Good.
Battle for it after the face-off. Bux Mont finally gets a stick on it, and they'll send it down the length of the ice. Mont comes out to get it. Heinzelman Tried to send it up for Colin, but bounces off the boards. Bux Mont able to send it back the other direction.
I think Kennett needs to stop putting their sticks above their shoulders to tip pucks down, because it's just a high sticking call every time and a face-off in our own zone. Like, just let it go. And
use your glove, not your stick.
that's true.
So because of that high stick, they'll face that off down in the Kennett end. 27 seconds remaining on the Gilligan minor. Bux Mont won that, but it got past them all the way down. It's a foot race to get to it. Sits in the middle. Fisher with it. Takes the shot. Goaltender was able to hang on to that one. So it looks like Mr. Mott's heading over to the bench. Waiting to see what the call is on this one.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Gave him the T. He was saying stuff he shouldn't have said, I guess, to either the other player or the ref. I'm not sure which, but
So we should have had him mic'd up for that one, you're saying.
then we could at least know what happened.
Put in on net. A little chop after the whistle there. So 5 seconds remaining on the Gilligan minor, and then Bux Mont will go to a shortened power play. Fisher picks that up. He'll put one in on net. Schroding needs to hang on to that as he had some traffic in front.
So I think, wasn't Bux Mont the game last year up at Hatfield where I think their players, the parents didn't like the calls the refs were making, and somehow it turned out that it was our players' fault. And then it turned into this big fight between their parents and our kids, and they had to like call the cops because they were like surrounding our kids after the game or something.
Almost.
I mean, that's like the Cliff Note version, but something like that, wasn't it?
So there was a senior player for their team last year who was very good but very aggressive. Got a few penalties. From what I recall, that I don't know if it was that player's parent or just another parent for the Bux Mont team who didn't like it, was getting loud. They were intoxicated.
Oh.
And unfortunately, and I've made this comment to the league that I don't necessarily like that rink up at Hatfield because there's no seating and everybody's kind of jammed together. And for a high school game, that's not a way things can – that can cause an issue. So the parent was actually tossed, but since there's no one there to man the door, they came back in.
Okay.
And then, of course, because of those tight quarters, as the game is ending, the players and parents all kind of bottleneck at one door. And it got a little pushing and shoving, and since that player was ejected and came back and actually put hands on one of our players, I'm glad the police weren't there because I was getting involved.
Oh, my gosh.
Good pressure there from DeWitt. Keep that down in their zone. 35 seconds remaining on the Mott minor.
Oh, there's a penalty. Ah, he's out. That's 4.
And I'm sure that the extra language probably won't help. Interference is the call. And rather than going to the penalty box, Mr. Gilligan will head off the ice and to the locker room. So,
Well, it didn't take much to agitate him.
definitely not.
So that's 39 plus another 10. The game misconduct counts as 10. That's 49. So he's probably going to have
You might have a nice little vacation.
Yeah. He might even have more than 2 here, the way he's carrying on, telling the ref to do stuff that I don't think is anatomically possible, and slamming the door.
So, my time's a little off. Just over 4 minutes remaining here in this second period. Kennett currently has the 1-goal lead. They'll skate 4 aside for the next 31 seconds, at which time Kennett will go to about a 1.5-minute power play.
See what they put up, though, here, if it's just 2 or if it's more than that. Just 2, I guess. Huh. Well, he got his money's worth there for just 2, as much as he said, and many doors as he slammed and sticks he threw. Bux Mont's coach is getting his words in, too.
So, unfortunately, number 12, Jason Brennan, he gets to serve Gilligan's minor. Cucinotta after the face-off. Space. Goes up to Colin Kelly. He keeps that into the line. Over to his brother Nate. Nate will take the shot from the angle. DeWitt tried to deflect that, but it goes into the corner. Cucinotta shovels it back down low. Bux Mont gathers it up, and they'll send it the length of the ice.
Why is that not ice?
I think there was some hesitation there because they were thinking the way Kennett was moving the puck that they were on the power play, but they are not. It's 4 aside, at least for the next 3 seconds. Face off for Kennett here. As Mott jumps out of the box, Kennett moves to the power play. This one will go down and will not be icing. Cucinotta through center ice. Pass there, has open space in the middle, takes the shot, goaltender juggles it, but is able to hang on. Offensive zone draw here for Kennett. Fisher, Mott, and Ganley. Look behind, heads to the far corner. Pulled across, Bux Mont fanned on that clear attempt. Moves it along the line. Diving play there by Hayes, but it finally forced out to the middle. Schillinger up to Mott. Avoids the check, but lost the puck. Borden aimed in, but Kennett has it. Looks ahead the other way in transition. Lucas drops it for Fisher. He'll roll it back for Mott. Into the middle, Schillinger takes the shot. Tender saw that. Drip somehow stays in. And just as the puck goes behind the net, it will not be a goal because Kennett will lose a man for hooking. So Lucas will get his second visit to the box.
Well,
Dad, our cameraman, shakes his head and looks on.
So we've got Mott has 2, Shortledge has 1. Where's Henry? Like the 3 players that are most unlikely to get a penalty.
He took one in the last game. I think that's his quota for the year. Tally rides into the corner, shrugs off a check, stays with it. 4-side hockey at the moment. at least for the next few seconds. As Brennan jumps out. So Kennett will be short for the next minute 40. Cuccinano knocks that down at center ice. Sidesteps one along the line and in the offensive zone. Skate around and sends it up. Vitale was caught there at the blue line. Almost made an odd man rush the other direction, but he got enough of it. Henry up to Vitale. He's got a couple black jerseys to deal with. Still stays with it. Good penalty kill here from Kennett. Cuccinano steps around one, slides one in, kick save there by Schroding. Bodies come together in the corner. Puck chipped all the way out. Gets past Henry. But he races back to keep that out of harm's way. Puck rolled in. Mott will play that, and he'll wrap it around the boards. Force back down low. .20 seconds remaining on the Mott minor. He couldn't get to that one. Bux Mont with it. They put it out to the middle. They got caught up there along each other. Trickles one in. Goes wide of the net. Kennett finally get it, and they'll send it into the Bux Mont bench. Whistle down there. 2 seconds remaining on the penalty.
I'm telling you, that I don't like this. Kennett's been dominating the game, but they're only up 1-0. One bad bounce, and this whole game could turn.
So we've got roughly 25 seconds remaining on the, or 2 seconds on the penalty, 25 seconds in the period. Penalty is over. Chipped out to the middle. Bux Mont skates in. Mott makes that save. His brother gets that and sends it down as the buzzer goes, ending this second period. I think the only thing they're missing here is they really need to give us the shot count on the scoreboard. That would.
Yeah, I agree. So, perfect timing here, but today is the 26th anniversary, December 5th, 1996. Patti LaBelle was performing at the National Tree Lighting Ceremony in Washington, D.C., and everything went wrong. She didn't know the lyrics to the song, and they had cue cards back then. Her cue cards were out of order. Her backup singers were missing, and it was on national TV. So if you want to see something that'll make you giggle, Google Patti LaBelle, where are my background singers?
Okay.
And it's 4 minutes of sheer awkward enjoyment.
Unless you're Patti LaBelle.
Unless you're Patti LaBelle. She was singing This Christmas. Do you know that song?
Not to the title, but I'm sure that, like most Christmas songs.
Hang on the mistletoe.
Okay.
I'm gonna let to know you better.
Yeah. Familiar.
This Christmas. Yeah. Well, she didn't know the words. And she was on stage by herself. It was rough. So Google it. Patti LaBelle, where are my background singers?
All right.
And if maybe you can guess, but she exclaims that during the song many times because she's panicking.
Was it a meltdown like a Mariah Carey kind of meltdown?
No, she held it together, and she actually
salvaged it somewhat?
Yeah, she tried to sing like, I don't know the words, like in the melody of the song to let people know what was happening, but it still was just very, you could see the anguishness on her face. She was just not happy that they messed up her cue cards. And it's embarrassing for her. But anyway, December 5th every year. Google it. Enjoy it.
Third period is underway. Kennett currently leads by 1. Shot in from the blue line. Schroding was able to make that save. Rolled across there. Rolls in on net. Mont sends that over to Cucinotta. Steps around 1. Tries to get through a second one. Henry gathers the loose puck, bounces it up. Kelly will play it off the boards and chase it down himself. Bux Mont rolls it up the far side, gets it past Cucinotta. It'll go all the way down, but we'll have enough for icing. Can never tell in the third period. I didn't think they were going to call that,
Well, usually they go by how much effort the defending team puts in to go back and get that. And I saw as little effort as I could possibly see from Henry going back to get that puck. It looked like there was nothing in the world that he wanted to do less than go skate back and get that puck. And the ref just looked at him like, if you're giving up like that, they usually say no, they wave it off. But
so that puck goes up into the netting.
I mean, did you see any intensity there with Henry?
I'll refrain from commenting because I know sometimes I make comments. Active sticks there. Fisher was able to keep that in. Forced to the near boards. Up to the line. Hayes tried to knock that down, but it got by him. Schillinger goes back to pick that up. Schillinger to Mott. He'll shovel it up. Was looking for Fisher, but beyond him. Gets it to Ganley. He's got one in front of him. Gets around that. Gets to the puck. Takes the shot, but goes just wide. Fisher in the corner. Freshman line hard at work.
Bruce almost had that complimentary hot tub visit there.
Puck goes back. He gathers up. He'll bank it ahead. Schillinger tried to get that to Hayes, but it gets by him to center ice. Murray goes across. Bux Mont gets it into the Kennett end. Canley rolls it behind. Schillinger tried to chip that up. Bux Mont's able to cut it off. Turnaround shot there from Kremlish. Aiden sees that all the way, gloves it calmly, and hangs on.
This is a tough game for both sides. For Kennett, it's tough because you had so much power play time that you usually have your special teams on the ice, and then some of the other players sit for long periods of time, and it just throws the flow of the game off for everybody.
Gianna rolls that up the Tally. Tally was looking to spring Neiman. Goes off his stick into the corner. Hard off the glass, rolls to the middle.
That was a good play by Neiman to put his stick out and tip that puck because the pass came from the defensive side to center ice. That would have been an icing, but he got his stick on it. That was a smart play.
Henselman rolled that in. Kennett would have been offsides. Looks like we got some more power play time coming for Bux Mont. As I think Heinzelman's going to have a seat on this one. Nope.
Offside?
This was just offsides. Okay. No harm, no foul. Chipped ahead. Heinzelman gathers up. It's the shot off, but that goes wide. Cucinotta winds up from the blue line.
That happens a lot in youth hockey where the referee, it's offside or some other call, and the player thinks they did. Well, they probably did something, but they think they did, and they go put themselves in the penalty box, and the ref has to say, "What are you doing in there?" And then the kid's like in an awkward position of like, "Well, did you do something bad? Should I have given you a penalty? And then it's just weird. It's like when the cop pulls you over and says, do you know what you were doing?
Yeah, loaded question.
Yeah, I mean, what am I going to say? Yeah, I was driving way too fast, or no, I have no idea what speed I was going. Either way, you're kind of in a pickle.
Yep. Cucinato is able to keep that in. He takes a check there. Shot hits the goaltender, bounces up in the air. Bux Mont's able to glove that down from behind. They bank it out to center ice. Nate Kelly there. Over to Heinzelman. Gets it up to Cucinato at the line. Tried to step around one. Puck was knocked up over his head. Heinzelman from the blue line takes the shot. Hits bodies in front. Rolls back up to him. Keeps it in. Second opportunity. Kept in a second time. Bux Mont finally able to move it out to center ice. Brennan in.
Look out. Oh. That's one of those where the Bux Mont player, he can only skate in a straight line, and I don't think he was really trying to hit anybody. He just couldn't get out of the way.
Neiman feeds it across. A lot of bodies being thrown out there right now. Save there for Mott. Near side, Cucinato. Exit head was looking for Brown. Got by him. Nate Kelly from the blue line will put it in. Taman and Brown out there on this line.
I think we have 3 defensemen out there right now. Kelly, Hayes, and Schillinger, unless Tommy's taking a shift on forward.
Hayes was knocked down in the middle. Nate Kelly races over. Uses an edge there all the way across. Mott sets it up for Schillinger. Bux Mont in the Kennett end. Hayes with it. He reverses. It's caught up by another player, but forces his way through. He's harassed from behind.
Oh,
Rolls all the way across. Gets a little extracurricular after the play.
he gave him a punch to the stomach.
Krimlish behind the net. Put in the middle. Good keep there from Schillinger.
That was a nice pinch. That could have.
Brown puts it in. Taman didn't realize he was offsides.
The referee was about 15 feet from him, and he was telling him pretty explicitly he was offside, but
I think he was too focused on the play. Under 11 minutes here in this game. Kennett still holding on to the 1-goal lead.
Bux Mont coaches want to face off all the way down there for Kennett not getting out of the zone for offside, which I think that's the right call, actually. Ooh.
Rolled out in front, puck sits there. Good work from Colin Kelly to force that out to the middle. Back to the neutral zone. Colin Kelly's get some wax as he attempts to get into the Bux Mont. Along the boards. Shortledge leaned on.
Kennett needs to be careful here again, like I keep saying.
Pass opportunity there from, good read. Knocking that goes the other direction. Up behind the net. Shortledge through center ice. Steps around one. Who's in behind the net. Ridden down there, but stays with it. Forced off of Krimlich's stick. Over to Ganley. Ganley's got some space, takes the shot. Good opportunity there. Schrodinger saw it and was able to hang on.
Chris DeWitt, you almost had a hot tub visit there.
Good win back to Hayes. Hayes tried to go all the way across, is looking for Mott. Mott with it, tries to go through. Fisher pulls up the boards. Bux Mont gets to it. Just came out. Kennett needed to touch up. Moved up and out. Hayes rolls it in deep. Came out to play it. Fisher was there. He may have been looking to bank it off the back of the netminder. Put out in front. Hayes was sitting there, but couldn't get to that.
Another good keep by Schillinger.
Krimlich from behind hits a body in front. Schillinger's able to get to it and keep it in once again. That's been the theme of the game so far. Schillinger holding the blue line. Hayes over to Tommy. Tommy puts it in from the red line, and he'll head off on a change. From behind. Put out in front. Opportunity there. Hayes couldn't get enough to squeeze it. Takes this opportunity, hits a body. Mott with it behind the net. Puts on the brakes. Tries to bank it up, but couldn't get enough to make that the blue line. Bux Mont sends it all the way down for an icing.
I don't think that's sorry, Ed, go ahead.
I was going to say, just another good shift from that freshman line.
Yeah. I'm definitely one who likes puck possession, but at this time of the game, the other team has 10 players. They've been shorthanded a lot of the game. Like, just getting the puck in deep and grinding down low, it's just so tiring to play defense that way that we don't really need to, like, try these fancy plays. Just work the clock, keep it down low, tire out their team.
Rolls all the way across. Borden gets to it and sends it out. They send it all the way down, but from the wrong side of the red line, so that'll be icing once again.
What do you think about like a flat cap as a hat?
I don't wear any hats, so.
If you had to wear a hat, what would you wear? Fedora?
Yeah. Indiana Jones all the way.
Bathing cap?
I'm already bald-headed. What do I need a bathing cap for? Trying to tuck that out in front. Tally worked on from behind. Heinzelman all the way over. Tried to get a redirection from Neiman. Puck bounces off a body. Nate tried to make a play on it, got a skate on it. Puck sits in the middle. Heinzelman had an opportunity, but was ridden off of that play. Kelly gathers up, gets it over to Kuchnana at the red line. He'll skate in. Tries to get through a few, drifts in on net. Goaltender will cover that up. Extra conversation after the whistle.
Yeah, there's another candidate to get mic'd up, Kuchnana, the player. You know who I'd like to hear mic'd up is Coach Richmond. I want to hear what he says to all those referees.
Offensive zone draw for Kennett. Bux Mont wins that. Schillinger keeps it into the line once again. Kelly takes a hit up high.
25 is solid. He's not very mobile, but he doesn't move when you run into him. That's for sure.
Pass up to Collin. That rolls away from him. Bux Mont's able to clear it back out to the center ice. Shot there. Goes off the outside of the net all the way around. Waiting. Shortledge was waiting. Had some open net to work with it, but the puck just wouldn't drift to him. Schillinger takes the shot. Hits a deflection and in.
I think that might have just been Tommy there. I don't know anybody touched it. Who do you think touched it there?
I didn't see who was down at that point.
Tommy's going through the line first at the bench, which usually means you score.
So
Most times. Sorry.
That would be good if he did get the goal after all that hard work from the blue line to cap it off with a goal. Well deserved. So Kennett gets a little bit of breathing room. 2-goal lead. Under 6 minutes to go here in this third period.
It's a big goal. One more, and I think that'll take all the wind out of Bux Mont's.
Fisher to Mott. Mott goes right back to Fisher. Fisher was well covered there by Murray. Bux Mont, I don't think, liked that second goal. They got a little bit physical once again. Schillinger rides his man down low. Hayes gets a little high, and I'm going to guess that he's going to sit for that.
I don't really think that's a penalty on us. The Bux Mont player had his arms in the air extended like he was going to cross-check Matthew in the face, and he put his hand up to stop it and gave Hayes a roughing.
So Bux Mont's going to call a timeout before their power play opportunity as they hope to get back into this one. Both teams gather up around their coaches. Take this opportunity, run a commercial. High Impact Fitness, 24/7 fitness facility located in the shops of Longwood, across from Go Green and Clean Car Wash, right next to Walmart and Kennett. So if you're looking for a gift idea, someone to get into or stay in shape, High Impact Fitness. Use the QR code on your screen for a special discount for Kennett players and their families.
And to be clear, only clean money goes through that place, so you can feel good about supporting it.
Yes, actually, memberships are set up with your reoccurring on your credit card, so no cash.
How about cryptocurrency, Ed?
Not me. I don't know if you'd want to do that anyway. It seems to be falling apart these days.
I don't understand. It's not even real. Like, I don't even know what it's. There's no value behind it. It's just made up stuff. Right? I mean, what's the value based on?
No idea. Power play opportunity for Bux Mont. They get the open man, takes the shot there. That goes high and wide in the corner. All the way across, hits a body, and Fisher, little tender after getting hit with that puck. But nonetheless, hitting him, was able to force it out into the neutral zone. They come back in. Work along the boards there. Drifts into the corner. They move it up to the point. Shot there. Drifts. Open opportunity. Great save by Mott. Keep them off the board.
This is the first time in the game that Kennett's looked a little on their heels.
rolled the other direction. Bux Mont moves in. Good play there to keep it out. Colin Kelly will send it the length of the ice into the open net. So Kennett now with a 3-goal lead, just over 4 minutes here in this game.
If you're Bux Mont and you get control of the puck in the offensive zone, you pull the goalie again?
No.
Why not?
I think that the way that this game has gone, just tell them to go out there, continue playing hard, but in 4 minutes, anything can happen, but still.
So it's 3-0, right?
Correct. There it
Okay,
goes.
there we go.
Puck put deep in the Bux Mont end.
Well, but if you can pump one in here, 6-on-4, make it a 2-goal game again, you have a chance. But the longer the game goes, I think the new analytics would say you pull the goalie again. Right now, nothing to lose. You're already losing 3-0. What's the matter if you lose 4-0?
Puck rolls all the way in. Kuchnana goes back. Jackson Bear was with him on that. Takes a weird bounce off, gets right to Colin Kelly. He's got one in front of him, Kremlish. Backhand all the way around, goes off a player behind. Colin stays with it there. Final few seconds are ticking away from the Hayes Minor. And we are back to five-a-side hockey. Banked up the center ice. They tried to hit Bear behind the play, but bouncing puck. Hit Carly hard around the boards. Feidler goes in, takes the shot. Blocked there by Nate. Schillinger, he'll backhand shovel that. Third period ice will prevent it going down for icing. Showers, turnaround shot. Goaltender gloves that, puts it right back into play. Bear fed it up to Martin.
Oh, another good save by Mott.
Schillinger across to Hagee. He tried to put that forward, but hit a body in front of him. Grimlish at center ice. Showers makes a play on him. Schillinger's able to force it back out to center ice. Kelly makes a play on Bear. They come together in the corner. Trying to put that out in front. Bounces off a few. Taman's finally able to get there. He moves it out over the blue line. Nate Kelly puts Martin on his backside of the blue line.
Yeah, they have the goalie out again, Ed. I don't know how long he's been out, but he's out again now.
Empty net for Bux Mont. As we tick down to the last minute coming up here. So Nate Kelly and number 17, Kyle Martin, will both sit for the last bit of this game, each picking up a roughing minor. Kennett has definitely seen their share of non-typical players in the penalty box today. Henry chips one ahead. Nick Vitale, he'll take the shot.
Wow.
Goaltender looked to make a play on that. It sounded like it hit their helmet.
I think it hit the defenseman's shin pad.
2-on-1 the other direction.
Then the goalie's helmet, then the post.
Henry was able to get back to that and force it out to the middle. Bouncing puck in on Mott. Had it in his equipment. Able to drop it in front of him, and he'll just cover up.
I don't know what it is about high school games, hockey games, but it seems like it not necessarily because of the players that got penalties on our teams, but it just seems like there's a lot more animosity in high school hockey than club hockey. I don't really know why. It's the same kids, they're just wearing a different jersey.
That's all it is. Those school colors. 2-on-1 the other direction for Kennett. Fisher with it. He's got some space. Gets it to Mott. Mott takes the shot, hits a body, comes right back to him, but rolls off his stick. And Henry will backhand over. Bux Mont got that. Tried to pass it across, but bouncing puck.
I think Kennett needs to be just expect to get hit every time here.
So as the last few seconds tick away from this one, we'll just remind everybody the next game for Kennett is Friday, December 16th versus this same Bux Mont team. That will be at Iceline, 9:50 p.m. start time. As Kennett comes over to congratulate their netminder on his first shutout of the season.
Mott didn't have a lot of shots to save, but he made some very good saves that could have very easily turned this game around. He's very athletic in the net. Made good saves, so good job for Mott.
So they'll come out and shake hands, finish this one off. Thank everybody for once again tuning in. Once again, our next game and broadcast, Friday, December 16th. I'm sure we'll have quite a few more watching this one because those 9:50 p.m. start times tend to draw more online versus in person. But either way, we're glad you joined us. So for Mr. Mott, once again on our camera, Smith and Shortledge, I'm Ed Henry. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.